everybody. We're back live. Dr. Peter Glidden once again. Don't miss tomorrow's show. We've got Truman Tuck of the Friends of Freedom International. And if you want to check out their website, it's fofi.ca. Once again, fofi.ca. Or Poppy. Let's take some more of your calls here. A few of you have been waiting a real long time, and I'm going to go in order of who's been waiting the longest. Although they're all bordering on an hour here, we're going to go to Gail in Maryland. How you doing, Gail?
Hello, I'm doing fine. I'm glad you were able to get to me. Thank you.
Yes, I want to get to everybody, but at the same time, I don't want to rush somebody. And if you heard that lady, she needed somebody to talk to for that time I gave her. So I was glad to be able to do that. But now it's your time, so what can we do for you today, Gail?
Hi, I'm just going to let you know. Hopefully my phone doesn't cut off. I was praying that it wouldn't. I just want to give you some quick background. I have a 3-year-old son, and he has an egg allergy, and he's also has a history of eczema since his birth. Mm-hmm. And for my son, he does know his shapes, his colors, numbers, and his ABCs. He loves all of that. He loves it. Now, as far as his numbers go, he knows his numbers. He knows how to count. He knows the number when he see it. Now, when he was tested recently, his number, if he was asked to give 3 objects, he wasn't able to necessarily do that, or basically he wasn't able to do that. But he knows the number 3, and he knows how to count to 3. But if someone says, give me 3 objects, he wasn't able to do that on a recent test on his assessment.
So he's got some minor developmental issues.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I had some concerns regarding my son's behavior. Plus, since his pediatrician said he was delayed in his verbal output language, he was recently tested by the public school system, and eventually they tested him this past week. He was tested in the educational assessment dealing with adaptive, cognitive, personal, social behavior. And in the communication assessment part, he was tested on his expressive, receptive language, and social language, and verbal output language. And that was what his pediatrician had said. He had sent some verbal output language delay, and this was some time back when the doctor had mentioned it. Anyway, that being said, my son has not been diagnosed with autism. Anyway, the bottom line, my goal is to change my son's diet, because I'm thinking maybe that could be reasons behind behavior in addition to maybe some of the delay, like even the verbal output language. He can talk. He definitely can talk and everything. It's just that at one point he wasn't saying his name when you would ask him, and he still doesn't say what his name is when you ask him, hey, what's your name? That being said, if you say, hey, where is so-and-so, he'll say his name then. Anyway, that being said, I was thinking about maybe a diet like a gluten-free diet.
You're bang on.
I'm sorry?
You're bang on with that. That's the first thing I was going to tell you. If you ever listen to Dr. Wallach's show, if somebody has a problem with eczema, that's a drop-dead sign of a gluten intolerance. Also, deficiency in amino and fatty acids. We'll discuss how to get those into your son in a bit here. Go on.
Oh, okay. And something I was going to say, because I mentioned the gluten-free diet.
Yep.
And one reason why I came to that was because of finding out about Dr. Wallach. And also, that being said, the reason why I was thinking changing his diet, because I was reading some stuff about behavior and nutrition and how, it can affect one another. And because my son, I see certain things in him. I know he's just 3 years old, but even when he was 3, there were some things that I thought was destructive. And I said, well, he's a little boy. He's young. Anyway, that being said, but now he's also been recently going back to doing baby-like things, like putting hand in his mouth or putting objects in his mouth, including sucking on his socks while he's wearing them. And I'm just like, no, don't do that. That's disgusing.
I don't know how anybody could get their foot up to their mouth, but that's beside the point.
Anyway, he's like sitting down like in his booster chair.
Maybe he should be a politician.
Anyway, but also I wanted to know, because I said, well, you did mention and you said something to me recently about the gluten-free diet was right on. And I was also thinking, I said, well, besides getting rid of sugar, what is a good type of diet or foods to eliminate to help with behavior?
Well, here's the deal. We have a list of 10 foods that Dr. Glidden has put together. that nobody should ever eat ever. And sugar isn't on there, but you're dead on with behavior problems. Sugar can be the culprit there for sure. So all you got to do is go to Dr. Glidden's website, and that's drpeterglidden.com. And Glidden is spelled with 2 D's.
Okay, and I am familiar with the list, just so you know.
Okay, yeah, so just follow that list, and you can't go wrong. Now, as far as everything else, all you want to do is get the Mighty 90 into your son. And as far as the eczema goes, that will clear up once his skin is strong enough. And to have strong, healthy skin, there's a few things you got to have. I mentioned the amino and fatty acids, right? Well, there's 12 amino and 2 fatty acids that a person needs. Now, him being 3 years old, you could probably give him about 2 of the EFA Plus capsules per day and just have him swallow those. It's funny because when I was just a little guy, and I remember doing this, I was about your son's age, I would go and sneak fish oil pills out of the fridge thinking that I was being all sneaky. And when I think back on that, it's really weird because what kid thinks that fish oil is like candy? Like I was like doing it because I thought I was getting one over on my parents, right? So, yeah, but interesting side story, has nothing to do with it. But yeah, so if you get your son a Healthy Start Pack Liquid 2.0, Healthy Start Pack Liquid 2.0, you're going to give him, you're going to give him 1 ounce of the OsteoFX per day. All right, and you're going to give him 1 scoop of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and 2 of the EFAs, and those 3 products are all in that Healthy Start Pack 2.0. Now, I would like you to add to that for the function of his skin and whatnot. The Ultimate Selenium, and you can give him 2 Ultimate Selenium capsules per day because he's just a little guy. And, you know, it wouldn't hurt at all to add in some minerals with that. You can get a bottle of what's called Cherry Mints, and that's only 1 ounce per day that he would take. And here's the deal. All this stuff together tastes great. So you'll be able to just do, say, a half an ounce with say, a quarter of a scoop of the Tangy Tangerine and maybe a half an ounce or a quarter of an ounce of the Cherry Mints in a glass of water, mix it up really good for them, and just tell them it's juice, right? And children respond really fast. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you're calling back to the show in short order to report that you're seeing big differences in your son. But keep in touch with us because I want to know how this works out for you, Gail. Now, how did you hear about the show, Gail?
I heard about the show through one of the representatives. Originally, I found out, and it was the same representative that had mentioned longevity, and it was on a women's forum, you know, regarding business opportunity. And then at some point, she had mentioned that there's a show, Dr. Glidden, and sometimes Dr. Glidden's on with Dr. Wallach. But also, I found out too with YouTube regarding. Originally, I found out about longevity as a result of the particular rep that had put a post in the forum, a women's forum regarding business.
Okay, here's what I want you to do, Gail. I want you to try and get back in touch with those people. About getting involved with longevity. And if you can't, I want you to shoot me an email, and I'll give you a hand with this myself. And a lot of times, when I have people that are in my downline, I phone them periodically. I'll talk with them over Skype and guide them through the whole process. So
yes, I have her information too. I do actually have it. In fact, I just talked to her yesterday. And she recommended if I tried to call the radio show.
Yeah, absolutely. So you get back in touch with her. And because that's what's fair. And tell her exactly what I told you, and she will walk you through how to get your hands on these products at cost. She already gave me her site, and I'm going to go online. But before, because I guess I want to make sure I don't cut off, but I was typing down what you were saying regarding what to give my son. Now, you don't need his weight. In this case, you just need as far as because of his age. Yeah, I'm guessing that he's probably around 50, 60 pounds if he's 3 years old. Is that?
Actually, he's tall for his age, and that's the main thing. He's skinny. He was bigger when he was younger, and I was only guesstimating because I tried to take his weight today because I knew I was gonna, try to come on the show. But that being said, he last weighed in at 39 pounds, and this was back in June, and I haven't taken his weight since, unfortunately. That being said, when I tried to weigh today, the scale wasn't working, but I was guessing maybe he's around 42, 43 pounds because he's so finicky right now as far as his eating. And that was another concern I had regarding his nutrition. I said, well, maybe he's not getting everything he needs, and that could be a reason why some of the delay.
Yep,
because he's not getting all the nutrition. But I just wanted to make sure.
Go ahead.
Hello? I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure all the stuff you said that I wrote it down correctly or I typed it in correctly. You said get the 2.0 Healthy Start Pack for him?
Yeah, liquid.
Liquid. Okay.
Yeah.
And also you said for him to take 1 ounce of the osteo.
Yeah, over the course of the day.
Or the what?
Over the course of the day, or you can give him half of that right before he goes to bed, and he'll sleep like a baby.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then 1 scoop of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine.
Yep.
Okay. And then for the skin issue, you said add the Ultimate Selenium and give him 2 capsules per day?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And it would not hurt to add the Cherry Mint, and that's 1 ounce per day?
Yeah, Cherry Mints. That's just a bottle of plant-derived minerals with cherry juice added. So, Gail, are we clear? I hear the music, and that means we're going into a break. So you take that and go back to that lady that contacted you and let us know how your son's doing in the future. I'm dying to find out.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Gail, we're going to let you go. Valerie in Arkansas, Debbie in Missouri, Sydney in California after this. Welcome back to the Live. Phone line is 844-374-5433, and you can contact me. My email address is mike@teamglidden.ca. So if you're tooling around on the internet looking for alternative health, so-called, and you want to get involved with this thing called longevity, I'll help you out. We got a lot of calls to get to. Got a long way to go in a short time to get there, so we're going to go over to Debbie in Missouri. She's been on hold for quite a while. Debbie, how are you today?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm fine. Been on hold, waiting to talk to you. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, a while. Yeah.
Yes, I have. I'll go quick because, anyways, to be considerate of the other callers. I have high blood pressure and high blood sugar. I'm on a gluten-free diet. I have been for 6 months. I've taken the Tangy Tangerine and the OsteoFX and the EFAs and the Selenium and the Ultimate Daily Caps and the Sweeties. And I still have high blood pressure and a fasting blood sugar of 300.
Okay, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it 6 months.
6 months. Okay, how much do you weigh?
190 pounds.
190. So, how are you dosing this?
I take 2 scoops of the Tangy Tangerine in the morning, and at night I take 4 ounces of the calcium, liquid calcium. I take 6 of the EFAs. I take 6 of the selenium. I take 9 of the EFA, or the Ultimate Dailies, and anywhere from 5 to 15 of the Sweeties a day. And I'm completely gluten-free. And the 10 bad foods, I don't take any of those in my body.
Okay, good. So, with the...
My blood pressure's still high.
Yeah.
My blood sugar's still high.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel?
I feel fine. I have no effects from high blood pressure whatsoever. I can have a blood pressure of 200 over 120, and I feel perfectly fine.
Yeah, they call it the silent killer, right? And
I know that. Yeah, I've been a nurse for 25 years, so I know about the silent
so you know
killer.
the deal. Right, you know the deal.
Yeah, I know the deal intimately. I know doctors are dumb, and I know this stuff works. It's just not working for me right now.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 59.
59. Yeah, okay, well, in 6 months, you should have seen something here. But the only thing that I would tell you to do in this equation, okay, you're doing really good with the EFAs. You're doing really good with the Ultimate Dailies and the Sweeties. The only thing that I would suggest to you is to up the selenium to 9 to 12 caps per day. I would tell you to take 2 more scoops of the Tangy Tangerine, okay? The B vitamins are really important, and 2 scoops are not enough at your body weight. It's dosed at 2.
No, I take 4 scoops a day.
Okay, I had written down here
morning.
2. Okay.
2 in the morning and 2 at night, yeah.
Okay, so when we were dealing with high blood pressure, what we did was double up on the OsteoFX. You might have to go with more and see where that takes you. You're already taking 4. Yep.
I take 4 ounces a day. I've already doubled it.
Yeah.
Now, I have ordered the Cal Toddy and some digestive enzymes because my stools have been kind of loose, and so I thought maybe digestive enzymes would help.
Yeah,
so I'm waiting for them to get here.
Yeah, you know what? There's a new product out, and I just got this today, but it's the Pollen Burst Plus, and it has added to it gluconolactone and inositol, and that will boost the absorption right there. And also, it's been known to give people a really big boost in energy. Also, the other thing a person could do is add into the mix the HGH Youth Complex and take about 8 of those before you go to bed. And that can help out as well. And it sounds to me like you're a fighter and you're not willing to give up. You just want to see some quicker results. Now, it can take 9 months. You know what I'm saying? It can take 10 months. So I would like you to stay the course. And like I said, if you can up that selenium, that would be definitely an asset in this situation, Debbie. I know it's frustrating because you hear people calling in and, it's been 3 days and I feel great, right? And then here you are fighting away. But I hear the music and I got to put you on hold. Okay. I'm going to come back to you after this break, Debbie. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Welcome back. We're live. Before the break, we were talking to Debbie in Missouri, and I've got Valerie in Arkansas, Sydney in California, and Maricao in Missouri on deck. We got a half an hour left, and I'm going to try and get to every single one of your calls. And Debbie, so before the break, I had mentioned to you that it would be a good idea to up that selenium, and I also mentioned the HGH Youth Complex, and the other thing that you're going to see with that, the glutamine in that tends to help out with getting rid of the loose stools, and you really want to avoid that at all costs because you want these vitamins to absorb because, number one, you want them to work. Number two, they cost money, and you don't want them to go straight through. So, you already doubled up the OsteoFX. You've mentioned that you have ordered the Cal Toddy, and if you would like to add a couple, just as a test, monitor your blood pressure for the next, say, 4 days and up that from 4 ounces to 6 ounces and just see what happens. I'd be interested in hearing and then get back in touch with us. And I really hope that you can get on top of this, but I really appreciate that you're patient and you're willing to give it some time as well.
Oh, I know it works because 2 years ago when I was diagnosed with diabetes, I went on the program, and within 6 weeks, my blood sugar was down to normal. So I know it works.
It's just been snaking back up on you?
Pardon me?
It's been snaking back up on you?
Yeah, well, I had to go off of the program for financial reasons. I was broke, and then I got back on it, and it's taken 6 months, not 6 weeks. So I know it works. What I'm saying in my heart that I know that it works, and it's for some reason, I don't know, there's something I'm missing, something extra I need, to kick it up a notch. And I'm willing to do that because I know natural products works because I've been doing it for 30 years. I know they do.
Well, you're a smart lady, Debbie, and I really appreciate your call. And if you want to go that route, I'd be interested in hearing back from you because I want to hear that you've gotten on top of it. Thank you for your call, Debbie.
Thank you.
You bet. We're going to let you go, and we're going to jump over to Sydney in California. How you doing, Sydney?
Fine. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, man. It's beautiful out. It's football season. I got nothing to complain about. And in fact, my wife is going away for a few days, so I'm going to be alone by myself, which means I can watch football in my underwear and listen to all the music that she hates.
There you go. Okay. What I call for is I have back problems and I have knee problems. I have sharp pains running through my knee, and my hip. I can't hardly walk. And when I stand up, I got to wait about 5 or 10 minutes before I can start walking. And my 2 toes is numb. The big one and the one next to it.
Okay.
I'd like to know, what can you do for that?
Well, I'll tell you what you can do for that.
Okay. All right.
Sydney, first of all, Sydney, how much do you weigh there, boss?
203.
203. Okay. So, first of all, with the numbness in your toes, that could be a number of things. That it points to most likely a circulation issue, but it can also, is there any swelling?
Yeah, and both my feet.
Okay, yeah, if you've got swelling in your feet, there's a couple of different things you can do. That's most likely points to a protein deficiency, okay? So, this is what makes me better than a doctor. I'm going to tell you to eat lots of steak and eggs and anything that you can get extra protein in. I know that the big sin of the day is steak and eggs, but I tell you what, man, that the protein deficiency is most likely what's causing that swelling. Now, on top of that, if you want to get rid of the numbness, that's most likely a mineral deficiency, okay? And what we want to do is give you something to support and promote the healthy structure and function of your heart and your circulatory system. And the best way to do that is with a product called Ultimate Daily Caps, and you can take about 4 to 6 of those per day at your body weight. Now, with your pain in your back, in your knees, we're going to want you on a Healthy Start Pack Liquid 2.0 at 203 pounds. Healthy Start Pack Liquid 2.0. And then I want you to add into that, Sydney, 2 bottles of Glucogel Plus Liquid. Okay. And you're going to take 2 ounces of that per day. Now, who steered you to the show there, Sydney?
Say what again?
Who steered you to the show here, Sydney?
Oh, my wife.
Okay, good. So is she writing all this down?
Yes.
Good. Now, are you aware of the 10 bad food list?
No, I'm not.
Okay, now have your wife and you go to drpeterglidden.com, and while you're there on the right-hand side of the page, you'll see a big blue arrow, and you can put in your email and hit the register button, and you will automatically get a list of foods that are going to hamper your body's ability to fix itself. Okay? So, and one more thing I want to add into all that stuff I told you about. I would like, let me put it this way. If I was you, I would be taking 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium. Selenium is important to the healing of your connective tissue along with the ingredients of the Glucogel Plus. And give it a little bit of time. And if you need help with how to take this stuff when you get it, is your wife a longevity distributor?
She's a distributor.
Okay, good. So if you need help with how to get this stuff, she'll know people in her upline that you guys can get in touch with, or you can call the show back, and Dr. Glidden or myself will kind of coach you through it.
Okay. I'd like to ask you something.
That's pretty straightforward, but what's the other thing you wanted to know?
Right now I'm taking omega-3. Does it help any?
Yeah, omega-3s are very important, but with those Healthy Start Packs, you're going to be getting our omegas, and it's got more than just the omega-3. It's got all of the omegas.
Okay.
We're talking omega-6, omega-3, 9, gamma-linoleic acid, EPA, DHA. you need 12 amino acids and 2 fatty acids every day, and you're going to get all of that with this pack. It's especially formulated to put all those together in the right amounts so that they work correctly in your body, and I predict that you'll feel big differences. Now, you heard a few callers now, and over the last little while, I've had ones that had huge results in 3 days, and we've had some that it's taken about 6 months. But if you're patient and you follow the program properly, it should work for you. Now, and like I said earlier, about a third of your plate to half of your plate every day should contain protein. All right. Okay. Now, rice is an easily broken down form of protein, but you're not going to be able to take that, eat rice at the same time as you're taking your supplements. You probably heard me explaining earlier to a caller that they contain what's called a phytate, and you want to keep them separate, but it is an excellent source of protein. Rice is so easy to bust up, but a dead person's stomach can break it down.
Okay.
Interestingly enough. So, yeah, work with your wife on this, and it sounds like she loves you and wants you to help you get your health back. And I'd be really interested in hearing back from you, Sydney. So do what you got to do, and I'll see you on the health side.
Okay, you'll be hearing from me again.
Sorry?
I said you'll be hearing from me again. I will call and let you know how everything is.
Sounds good, Sydney. You have yourself a great day, my friend.
You too now.
All right, talk to you later. We're going to jump over to Valerie in Arkansas. Valerie, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Excellent. So what's on your mind?
I suffer with trigeminal neuralgia, and I'm on your 90-plus program for about 45 days now, and wanted to know if there was something else I could take for it.
Well, are you getting headaches?
No, it's all in my around my mouth. I get electrical shocks around my mouth. Yeah, that's typical.
Okay, so nerves. Okay?
Yeah.
Nerves. Nerves are made of cholesterol. Okay? You need cholesterol for happy, healthy nerves. Okay? Along with hormones, your immune system, a large portion of your brain. So if you can get a lot of cholesterol into you, okay? A lot of cholesterol. I'm talking soft-boiled, soft-scrambled eggs every single day. And what? Sorry?
I do eat eggs every day.
Okay, good. And what are you taking for products?
I have the 90-plus program, the Tangerine and the...
Healthy Start Pack, basically, right? Tangerine, OsteoFX, and the EFAs. How much do you weigh, ma'am?
I weigh about 159.
159. Okay, it might be prudent for you to take 2 of those Healthy Start Packs just to try and get on top of it. And I would add to that the selenium. Okay. And I would also add to that the plant-derived minerals, 2 bottles a month, 2 ounces a day. And with the selenium at your body weight, I would add to that, I would have about 2 bottles per month. So that's, you'd be taking about 6 of those a day. And so have you noticed any improvements in your energy or your sleep or anything like that?
I'm pretty healthy otherwise. You did mention hormones. I've gone through the change, so I know those are down, but I stay pretty active. I'm up and going every day, so. Yeah,
you just want to get rid of the little electrical shocks in and around your mouth, right?
Yes, sir. I'm on a med, some kind of medicine for it that I'm going to a neurologist for, and I'd like to get off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal here, right? I mean, drugs have their place, and if you're hurting, they're fine, right? As long as the person doesn't OD or whatever. But they definitely won't fix the problem, so that's what you're after, and you're a smart lady.
Yes.
And also another thing that might help out with that, I don't know what your financial situation is or how much you can afford, but The Ultimate Dailies would be a good way to go with that as well. There's 120 of them in a bottle, and you can take 4 per day.
Okay. And you said the plant-derived, what was the plant-derived what?
Plant-derived minerals. It's a colloidal mineral complex, and you would just take 2 ounces per day. And like I said on the earlier calls, there's also what's called the cherry mins, and it's the same as the plant-derived minerals, just with cherry juice added. So if you're sensitive about the taste of things, you could go that way. But either way, it doesn't matter. The only difference is about $2 to $4.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Valerie, thank you for your call. I hear the music. We're going to let you go. And on the other side of this break, we're going to talk to Marical in Missouri. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Glidden. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. We're live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We got 5 minutes left in this segment. Very short one. So we're going to jump over to Marical. She wants to talk about her daughter has some stomach issues, I believe. All right, have we got you, Marical?
Yes, I will jump right to it. So, we've tried getting her off of gluten and dairy products because I've realized that is her main issue. She's not absorbing her vitamins that she gets, I don't believe. Mm-hmm. And our problem is that she chews up her food and she'll just spit it out. And so although we've tried to eliminate, we're trying to do the elimination diet right now for her, she's not getting much to eat. And we have ordered some products from you as of last night, and I'm hoping that all she's needing is, that to help her to deal with actually absorbing it. But we don't know what to feed her. I mean, we tried quinoa last night, and, today she's been having diarrhea. It's just going right through her. And, like I had her purple carrots today. She'll chew them up, spit them out. And so, I don't know.
So how old is this girl?
She's 2 years old, and she's 19 pounds, and she's 2'7", so she's a good weight for her height, but she's very tiny. And I believe, that she's having troubles with malabsorption.
Okay. So there's a couple of things you can do if she's got a bad gluten sensitivity and her stomach was probably hurting her, is maybe what the case was. And she just might not want to eat in order to avoid having a sore gut. I don't know. But there's a couple of things you can do to combat the diarrhea and everything. There's glutamine. You could give her just like a very tiny amount of glutamine. That helps. As far as healing in the GI tract, a lot of things can help with that. Aloe vera juice can go a long way to healing in the small intestine. And, sooner or later, she's going to get hungry and want to eat, right? I mean, kids can be really stubborn and parents get worried, but she's not going to let herself starve. So, you guys ordered some products last night. And do you have a pen on you?
Say what?
Do you have a pen on you?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you my email address in case we run out of time here. It's mike@teamglidden.ca.
Okay.
Mike at Team Glidden, spelled with 2 D's, .ca. So if we run out of time, you can keep in touch with me on this. So what did you order for her?
We got her the kids' toddy. I was told that was all you guys had for kids. And then I went in and typed in kids, and it brought up another one that had biotic in it. And so I got that for her, too, and it was something life, like for life, and it was for kids. But another concern of ours with her is that she's been having the recurring eardrum for the ear infection. So I watched your video about that, and I just went off of that with what to get her. So I got the colloidal silver for her, too.
Yep.
But I didn't know if that for life, whether that was okay, or if I should have got her the killer biotic. I wasn't sure.
Well, you know what? The colloidal silver can work as a really quick fix for an ear infection. Like, I'm talking about 26 seconds. and it's not going to hurt anything else. A lot of people will also use rubbing alcohol sprayed into the ear. That can knock out an ear infection. If it was my 2-year-old daughter, I would go with the colloidal silver. And that's the kind of thing where you just use it whenever it crops up. But I don't know if I would even use the killer biotic with her at that age. I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt her. But as far as, you know, her being the age that she's at, there's all kinds of stuff that she can use at doses for children. Now, Marical, I'm hearing the music. That means that we're out of time to properly get into this. So if you would shoot me an email, we can carry on the conversation, and I'll help you see what we can do to help this little girl, because she's too young and she doesn't deserve this. So, Marical, I'm going to let you go. Sorry about the time. Thank you for your call. Get in touch with me. This is Mike Phillip filling in once again for Dr. Peter Glidden. And remember, tomorrow we've got Truman Tuck of the Friends of Freedom International, and that's FOFI.ca. Until then, I'll see you in health.